Lately, Transylvania County, North Carolina mom Donna Few has been asking a lot of questions.
Was he friends with murderers?
You know, like people said I'm a murderer.
Are you?
No, ma'am.
It's all part of her own years-long investigation that some say borders on obsessive. But perhaps that's understandable considering just how much she has lost.
I might be able to get some peace now if this is done right.
They were the third and fourth of Donna's 5 kids, Mariah and Hank. 3 years apart in age, but in every other way as close as could be.
Out of all of us, I'd say they were definitely the closest.
Even well into their 20s, the two reportedly talked every day.
They had a close relationship. I know Hank spent a lot of time with Mariah. He was protective of his sister. He loved her, and he wanted the best for her.
Then, just a few months before Mariah's 30th birthday, a tragedy that would blow the family apart. Donna still remembers the call she got that morning.
Donna, your daughter's dead, and she's laying right there on the floor. It was horrible. I didn't know what to think.
The call was from a man named Teddy Snyder, Mariah's live-in boyfriend, and the father of her 3 children. He tells Donna and later paramedics that sometime during the night, Mariah had stopped breathing. Teddy also tells the coroner that Mariah had a substance abuse problem and that he thought she had been feeling suicidal. And whether it was accidental or intentional, toxicology reports would later confirm Mariah died from a drug overdose. One of Mariah's best friends, Lynn Adair, still has trouble talking about it.
I asked Donna, I said, is it true? She said, yeah, Lynn, she's killed herself. I said, no, she didn't kill herself. I know better.
A heartbreaking loss, but no one seemed to take it harder than Mariah's brother, Hank. Apparently, after her death, Hank escaped into a drug-induced haze.
He told me that he'd been doing different things that I wouldn't be proud of him about.
And with people, Hank's mom alleges, have a lot to answer for. At the time, Hank was reportedly crashing at the home of a man named Jason Johnson, a man with a reputation.
Tweaker, drug dealer, general.
I think he was hanging out with the wrong people. He wouldn't really bring me around them because, they weren't exactly, the best people to bring your little brother around.
Hank had been staying at Jason's place with his girlfriend, Kelsey KK Mason. Then, October 9th, the day before what would have been his sister's 30th birthday.
Hank came to see me that morning, and I hugged him. It was like hugging her. And he said, I'll see you in the morning. And I said, I'll be waiting on you, Hank.
2 days after that, just a few months after Donna got the awful call about her daughter's death, her phone rings again.
She said, Donna, Hank's missing. I said, what do you mean he's missing? She said, he's been gone for 2 days. His phone's here, his dog's here. I immediately started driving, and I called the sheriff's department on the way.
We had received a call that Mr. Few was missing on a Thursday, and our patrol division responded.
Donna is already there when deputies arrive, along with Jason Johnson, Kelsey Mason, and several new faces. When deputies interview Hank's girlfriend, Kelsey, she tells them that on the night Hank disappeared, the eve of Mariah's birthday, it was just the 2 of them at the trailer. She goes on to say Hank had been working in the yard when around 7:30 p.m. she saw him, quote, sniffling and upset. She asked if he was okay, and without saying a word, wearing only a white tank top and a pair of jeans, he walked off into the woods.
It was our understanding that it wasn't necessarily unusual for Mr. Few to take off walking and be gone for even a couple of days at a time. What did seem to be unusual, especially to his mom, was he had left without his cell phone.
There were 2 deputies. They interviewed everybody there, and they felt like something was not right. So they called a search together.
Not long after that, Detective Jeremy Queen arrived on the scene. And that's when Donna says the investigation took an abrupt shift in the wrong direction.
They called a big search, and they were all standing around waiting to be told where to go. At about 7:10, Jeremy Queen shows up on the scene and calls off the search.
A bold accusation, but Queen says
A search was not called off. That's not true. It was up in the evening, pretty dark, couldn't see real well. After a couple hours or so of doing some searching, the decision was made to suspend the search until the morning, until daylight.
But Donna insists nothing much happened after that, and she believes there was one very specific reason why. Something to do with one of those other faces at the house when she arrived, a man named Seth Queen, that she swears is part of a cover-up involving one of his relatives, lead investigator Jeremy Queen.
Seth Queen, who was there, is his nephew.
Coming up,
I think she's confused.
a conspiracy in the making or emotions run wild. And
I saw fresh footprints.
what Donna finds during her own walk through the woods.
When I got there, they told me and the law that Hank had gotten depressed about it being his sister's birthday and wandered off into the woods and never came back.